out of here, bro. She's killing me.
10. Me too. Definitely a 10. If you can't see that.
Gotcha. What's going on, y'all? Got all the way back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today, we're reacting to some good old, it's complicated channel, because they got two of the heavy hitter Manosphere guys, Kevin Samuels and MTR. And it's called Kevin Samuels and MTR Get Complicated in Vegas. Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women. We're going to see how they handle these women in field. This is not a good picture right here, but yeah, we're gonna go and see how they handle these questions in field with these different types of women. What are they saying? Are they putting them good logic? Are the ladies putting them good logic? Are you putting them good logic? Am I putting them good logic? Let's see.
She might need to buy a dog or die alone. Next. Without further ado.
Why is it that a woman's love is more likely something that needs to be earned through courtship than a man's love?
Because women desire more things than men, I think. As in, like, love and affection. And men are like, let's get some...
Schizo?
Let's get some!
Schizophrenic?
No, let's get some!
Oh, let's get some.
Yeah.
It's complicated. What about you?
I think that women just, like, desire respect more than men do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so
you don't think that men don't want to be respected by their lady in a relationship?
oh, for sure. You just don't have to earn it. You just have to act it all the time. Like,
So I guess the question is through courtship, why is it that women expect so much, and that's kind of the standard? Why is it not as even for men to expect as much from a woman?
Well, look at society. Society is always more for the woman, you know, like the homemaker. She's the one giving you children. She's the one who's cleaning your house. She's the one who's doing your laundry. From back in the day. So you take those values that we've like learned about as little kids from our grandparents, and then you see them now and you're like, men aren't the same these days. No, it's a different society.
So we're going to talk back in the day. I think also back in the day, men were sacrificed in war. So why is it not seen as an equal, if not greater, contribution?
I think because society views women as weak, and so that's why they weren't drafted.
Do you guys believe in that patriarchy still exists in America?
Yeah, I would say probably.
Do you believe that there's a patriarchy? How so?
Patriarchy system means the guy is like the main lead of the family, right?
Like it's like but do you think that the United States is like more male what do you call it, friendly?
Or dominating.
I mean, obviously, like a lot of dudes are
I think the whole entire I'm not sure about all the countries, but I mean, like the major countries are.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But I mean, I'm talking about like, do you think that it's to a patriarchy to the point where women aren't able to get through life decently?
No, I mean, like women are able to get through life or even lead a good life without the men.
Right.
But I think the term, how I interpret the term is, it's still a male-dominating world.
Yeah.
Like if you look at all the world leaders, right? It's.
I mean, so yeah, so we understand that it is that,
Mm-hmm.
but then on the other side, you're saying, yeah, as a woman, you still can go out here and get you a good job and do this and live good and everything, but there are more men in power positions and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like an invisible ceiling for women when it comes to like leading the world, you know, or leading a country.
All right. I think it's kind of breaking that seems kind of breaking a little bit. You got Kamala Harris and the LGTB crews and all this and the fat acceptance.
But
and
as long as male claims or views women as this super emotional being that's illogical, the ceiling will keep on being there because it can be like, oh, women are not good leaders because they're too emotional.
Okay.
This one sentence just like destroy chances for thousands. You know, it's not fair.
Okay. So you think women can be good leaders?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I don't know.
Don't
Give
you
me an
think
example
so?
of somebody you think can lead. Who can lead the charge?
Do you think I can lead it? I can be a good
It
leader?
depends on what it is.
We're talking about career-wise. Do you think I can be a good leader?
Career-wise, as far as like you being a manager of somebody or something?
Yeah, like leading a team or like leading a
I think you could do that, yeah.
Right?
I think you could do
Do
that.
you think if I start my own business, I'll be a good business owner?
Yeah, there are a lot of women that actually do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's an example of me
Okay.
being a good leader.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess that they're thinking like being a leader to like a world power or something like that. Like you got the keys to the nuclear launch codes, and you decide this and decide the next.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm glad it's not just one person that makes a decision in
Yeah.
any world. It's not just a
Yeah, because men are
women's call.
emotional too. Like if you think about it, look at Putin. Putin's the dictator, and Putin his emotions have decided. Oh, I want the Ukraine back.
I don't know if it's an emotional decision or it's more like political decision.
I think it's kind of like I want to swing my weight around a little bit.
That's all political tactics.
I think dictators too. I think dictators are. You would say that's an emotional thing.
Okay, here's the thing. You grew up in the States, right? So you learned Putin as a dictator, all that stuff.
What do you think about Kim Jong then?
Oh, he's a dictator. For
All
sure.
right, then. So yeah, so Kim Jong would be an example of somebody who is a dictator. Wouldn't you say he's emotional?
I don't know about that. I think he's emotionless. Like he doesn't really care about the people that he's leading. That's why he's.
But he's emotional enough to the point where he's like, "Don't talk about me. If you say that I even doo-doo, then you gotta go to prison."
No, he's more like, oh, those people talk about me badly, kill them. That's emotionless to me. That's a lack of emotion and sympathy.
So he's callous. I don't know. I think it's I don't know. That's weird to me. Yeah, I don't know. I think you have to have some emotion to the point where you want to delete somebody about them talking about you. But then I guess on the other end, I think you are right that there is a lack of emotion as well for you to be just like, oh, just finish them. Let's go.
Uh-oh! What's up?
That's a hard one.
So let me, can I ask a follow-up to that? So if you believe that a patriarchy still exists in America, you think that men are actively oppressing women in our society today?
I think it depends on the man, and it depends on how they grew up with the type of family, because we are kind of getting out of that type of society. But I mean, it takes time. So
if we say that it depends on the man, can't one assume that it's not a system put in place that we still live by today that is oppressing women? Because you're saying that there's maybe some men with some patriarchal type of views.
yeah,
Wouldn't that disprove the original thing that you said?
I suppose. Yeah, here and there. We said here and there.
Did she say here and
I
there?
got a question. So if we dismantle the patriarchy, who's going to build the world?
Why does he always do like that Bill Cosby move? Like, oh, Jello pudding now. Jello pudding. What's this scarf? What do you think about this scarf tie combo he has on?
He looks like an old guy.
Does he look trendy, or does he look like, man, what the hell?
Nah, I felt like he's just like a random guy that's passing by. That mediocre.
I'm talking about the scarf combo. Like, what did you think about that? Is that like new technology that I need to start wearing when we go out, or is that like, man, you better if you wear that?
I mean, you still be good looking if you wear it, but I prefer you not to.
All right.
Women and men. Women engineers. If like.
I'm an engineer.
Okay.
What percentage of women are in engineering school, would you think?
Oh, I bet you it's less than 20. Probably maybe even less than 10.
So, and then if you look at the infrastructure, power, transportation, which women are.
Did you hear him just claim he was an engineer? Yeah. I just wanted to know if y'all heard it. Let's go.
All capable of doing. But do women want to do those jobs?
Depends on the woman.
Women are free to choose to do them. So by the numbers, it's fair to say women have chosen that they don't want to.
I mean, who wouldn't want to stay at home and look pretty all day?
But that's patriarchy.
But that's exactly.
It really is.
There are men that do it. There are men that are stay-at-home dads.
He didn't ask about that, right?
And possibility, there's a difference between the anecdotal than the norm. So if we dismantle the patriarchy that gave you beautiful Las Vegas and all these buildings, what are women going to do to replace or make the new Las Vegas?
Okay, but as in 30 years ago, were women allowed to do that? Probably.
Yes.
Well, maybe they were, but like, was it normal for that? No. And it's still.
Women have chosen professions that are more people-based, humanities.
Can I say my point?
Sure.
I think that's a really good point that the blonde lady made, because if you think, Kevin Samuel's point doesn't make really much sense to me, because it's like you're saying, oh, men built all these amazing cities, you as women just living here right now. But it's like, as she said, like 30 years ago or like 40 or 100 years ago, women were in a different position as men. So it's not like women don't want to do it. It's like women lack the education that's needed
then
to do
also-
all those jobs. So it's like, again,
Also, she said, yeah, who doesn't want to be a stay-at-home mom?
no, that's before. That's before.
Nah, so
before
they
now
kinda-
Las
they
Vegas
kinda
one.
counter it.
But my point is like the same thing. A white guy can go to like Kevin Samuels and be like, hey, we as white men built all these amazing companies and built all these amazing cities that's in the world, right? You just came here and then you guys didn't do nothing 100 years ago or like 50 years ago. Now you're just living in these amazing cities.
He'd have a piss poor argument.
Yeah, I just don't
His
like this
whole
point. I don't like
race has brought over people to work for them. Piss poor.
No, but it's like you were just like blindly following our. The same thing with women. Women were staying at home like 100 years ago, but we were supporting the men so the men can go out there and do the work. It's the same thing as a white man arguing, oh, you as black men didn't do anything. That's like, that's so detrimental, that's so important, that's so critical. But they were there doing all these other work that supported the foundation of all
different. That's different. Black people actually were doing the work. They were actually building it.
So are you saying housewives were not doing any work?
Yeah, you guys are doing the auxiliary stuff, but that's different. We actually were building the stuff.
No, but it's like if you didn't have a home to come back to, that food provided for you, you wouldn't have the strength to do all those work. You wouldn't have kids to pass along to do all those work.
Yeah.
It's like you can't
I
take
understand,
away
I understand
credits
what you're
from.
saying. I just think it's just different. I don't like no white man can say no shit like that.
So
You wouldn't make no sense to
But
me.
the same thing, so you as a man can say those kind of shit to a woman. Be like, oh, we built a city. What did you do?
I mean, he's talking
Can
about
you do
he's
the
talking about it in the patriarchy perspective.
No, but it's like, can you build a city without a woman?
You could eat and cook and stuff if you wanted to.
Oh, you won't have any kids anymore. You will be dead, and then humanity will be dead.
No, I mean, but no, that's not the same. You didn't trump me there. You didn't trump me there. I'm saying, so you just want the woman for cooking. We don't need that because we can cook ourselves, can we?
No, women, the stay at home, like women, we stayed at home, right? Back in the days,
Yeah.
because first of all, we didn't have the skill sets because we were not allowed to get the degree.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay.
So the only job available for us
Yeah.
were housewives.
Yeah.
Just like black men.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you were not allowed to be part of the political system. You were not allowed to work in any job out there. Right?
Actually, they were. They just
No, I'm
took it
talking.
from us.
I'm talking about the days when like slavery was still in place.
Yeah.
You were not allowed to do anything, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that was the social structure, who are you now to be like, oh, we built all this? You didn't help with it. You did all this because we were not allowed to do it. If we were allowed, we definitely would partake that.
Okay. All right.
That makes sense, right?
That makes more sense.
Okay.
First, before you sounded like one of these ladies.
Okay, we can cut the part. We can cut the. Can we cut this part?
No. Let's go.
Things like this. But you take the good with the bad. That's what I'm saying. We want to dismantle the patriarchy, all for it. But then women have to be frontline on the military. You can't just want the CEO jobs. You also got to dig the ditches. And do you think the average woman wants to do the dirty, ugly jobs?
I do not. I don't.
For the patriarchy.
No, I'm not. I'm more of a business person. I'm not gonna go out and. I'm an insurance agent, so.
What I'm saying, if the patriarchy has made the economy that makes it such that you can be a business person.
Yes, but
Is
do
that a
I
good
want to
thing?
work construction? No. Do I want to be drafted? No.
So you want men to continue to do those jobs?
Yeah.
Because I'm completely opposite of her, and I would totally do it. I would be on the front lines. I would do like the hard work.
But
Shut
On the
up.
front lines, if they didn't have special requirements for women, meaning you had to do the same. Okay.
so if the military didn't change the standards for women, you would still want to do it?
Yes.
So there could be an argument there that you wouldn't even meet the standards for that, right? Like, let's say in the military there's like a 30 pull-up requirement. How much is it?
100-pound deadlift and a 75-pound pack. So most women have been able to do the 200-pound deadlift, but they didn't have the 75-pound pack. Plus, we've changed those standards to accommodate women. And do we get a more military ready machine that way? Russia.
I think she's the dumber one of the two. The little white lady's putting up more reasonable logic and stuff, and then this lady's just trying to be like, yeah, girl power. Yeah, Kevin's making he's making the most extreme argument he can by saying, yeah, we will get you drafted, and you will get you drafted, and you'll go to the military, and then her dumb ass fell for the bait. Yeah, I would do it. And then they came in here with a blammer and said, yeah, so if we didn't change the requirements for the physical test, would you then what? It's like
this argument is just invalid.
It is. It's on both sides. Like
yeah, she can be like, yeah, I'm willing to do it, but I just won't qualify. So it's not on me. It's on the government.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, he just made a back into the corner question, and then she just saying something just to kind of just contend with them because you can't really do nothing.
I do feel her point about like I don't mind being like a plumber or working on the construction side if it gets me paid a lot of money. I don't think I don't want to do it.
No, but you need to be proficient at the military. You can't just get paid at the military. You have to be proficient or you're going to get took down. So if you're not proficient, then what's the point of you saying, yeah, I would do it, but I might not be able to do 50 push-ups in 10 minutes, but I would do it. Who cares? Is that worthwhile? You can't run 10 miles. You can't run 2 miles.
Okay, let's back off a little bit, right? The whole argument is because of this patriarchy.
Yeah. Patriarchy. I just said it. Patriarchy.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
There are certain jobs that men just like took care of, right?
Yeah.
So women don't have to even get our hands dirty.
Yeah.
But I think the point is, not all the women are like, oh, I don't want to do it because it's a dirty job. It's
and I think on Kevin's point, I'm going to throw Kevin a bone here. I think on Kevin's point that there are just jobs that men can do that women can't do physically. The construction and hard labor stuff like that, we do that better. We are stronger at that. The military and stuff like that, we're going to pass the test because we are physically stronger. I mean, yeah, you could probably aim a gun and have technique with all that kind of stuff, but for the most part, the physical labors and all those kind of jobs and stuff that stuff we do good.
Right, and then there are certain jobs that women just do better, like, I
Yeah.
guess if it's like more like a nursery kind of job, or if it's something that's like, what do you call it, like a tailor kind of job. I'm not saying men can be tailors, just like
if it's something that, like, I think women can probably even do stuff that requires talking and negotiations to a degree. So yeah, so it's just different. I think he's talking about more like the physicality and stuff like that. Well, I don't know. He might be talking about the mentals and stuff too. Cause, Kevin just think everybody just all women just slow down. But yeah.
So that has nothing to do with patriarchy.
What?
These jobs, it has nothing to do with us in a patriarchy society.
Yeah, I think it's just who can do the job the best.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think they fear a group of men or a group of well-trained women?
I think they fear a group of well-trained soldiers. It doesn't matter.
Get out of
whether
here,
women
dog.
they are.
Yeah. Nowadays, nobody fight with their fists. We fight with technology. So it's like you don't have to be that like physically equipped to be like a technician in the army. Okay. So there are certain positions that a woman actually can.
All right, I guess I'm thinking like medieval, like it was like some we fight with swords and fists and stuff like that. But you got a point. Yeah, you could be a woman sitting in the Air Force base. Drone, letting the drone go.
Yeah, and you have to make sure it's like this precision is.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess. But I do understand what he's saying. I mean, like, you did break it down a little bit there. Let's get it.
That's one thing I don't understand. Why women just resist understanding that This is why you don't see in Las Vegas when you go out, you don't see a group of well-trained female bouncers.
Because where I'm from, I do see a couple well-trained.
Is that the norm?
Get out of here, bro. She's killing me. That's a different story. A female bouncer versus a female trained soldier, specially trained soldier. Right. Those are two different things.
Right.
So she's just trying to do anything to go against the argument, and this is kind of just like a silly argument between the two. Let's go to the next group of peoples.
All right. So you'll see 16 to 30. I don't need no men. 31 to 36, where did all the good men? Where are all the good men? 37 to 45, I'm still young. 46 to death, I made a mistake. Last words, I blame men. Any thoughts regarding this meme?
That's right. You blame men all ages through. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's
They need to switch the ages from 3 to death.
So why is it always men's fault? Let's get in there. Let's talk about it.
Because it's always your fault and y'all should take responsibility.
So you saying men are not accountable for their actions?
Nope, not at all.
Are you guys single in a relationship?
Both.
What? It's complicated? That's the name of the channel. It's complicated?
Yeah.
So you're single and in a relationship?
Yeah.
So isn't that a little bit confusing? So, okay. So let's say I wanted to date you and you said, huh?
It depends on the day. So if it's maybe Monday through Thursday, I'm in a relationship. Friday through Sunday, I am single.
What?
Is it by choice? Do you want to just be in a relationship?
It depends on the person. You know, if you take me to a relationship mode, I would be in that. But haven't nobody got me there. I've been in a relationship twice my whole life.
Is it fun being single and in a relationship at the same time? Like what value does that provide?
It's exciting because you never know what's going on. You don't know.
I like to be in a relationship. I'm a cuddle buddy, but I just can't cuddle with anybody. We gotta have the same vibe.
Isn't that called friends with benefits?
It's called a cuddle buddy.
So
They're not taking these questions.
They're not
seriously.
taking these questions
Yeah, they're just
seriously
having
at all.
fun.
They're not.
just-
They are just having fun. Yeah. This lady right here, she need to go and put them little bread pieces down though.
She's hungry.
She'll live with a couple of weeks of starvation. Let's go.
That's what I'm gonna cuddle with, but
So let me try to restate a question. So do you think it's more beneficial to have friends with benefits or to be in a relationship with someone that you actually bang and vibe with?
I don't know. It's like it'd be cool to be in a relationship when it's your person.
It
And
gotta be
y'all
your
click
person.
and y'all like
He just
what I'm
said
saying?
that.
Other than that, it's not.
So you guys think it's men's fault why you are single and in a relationship at the same time?
yeah, most of the time me and my man was breaking up because I heard some stuff about him from other people, so we'll be broken up, but then I love him, so I go back, like, just the,
So
back
you
and
were done.
forth game, so.
I have a question for you.
Wait, just one second. So I think a lot of us kind of identify with that up and down and that toxicity in, thinking that the kind of more toxic the situation or the more instability within a situation, the more that you like and or love that person. True or false?
True.
Why do you think that is? Like, why do we have a culture that puts toxicity on a pedestal?
See, that's not
Probably
alright
because that's
though.
what they used to.
But aren't you a part of they?
I'm not toxic.
I'm toxic. I ain't gonna lie. I am. I try not to be, but it just be it get me there. I be trying to
lover. I'm a lover.
She's probably toxic. Probably, yeah.
But I do agree with that. It's like sometimes the relationship is toxic, but it's just hard for you to get out because I think to a degree, a toxic relationship can be like addictive to our brain.
That's kind of silly. That sounds like girl logic, but I don't know.
There are guys stuck in a toxic relationship.
Yeah, there
too.
are, but that's like, I don't know, that sounds like girl logic for the most part, though. That's like mostly stuff that you hear girls going through. Like, yeah, he cheated on me 3 times. Well, what you do? I came back and busted 3 times.
No, there are guys that are like, oh, this bitch is crazy, but then they're still staying with them.
Okay.
Right? It's like I don't know what got to him, but
Yeah.
they just decide to stay with the girl. But at the same time, it's like if you're complaining about her so much, why did you just have a clear cut with the girl? Like, why did you tangled up with her for so
What
long?
if the girl won't leave you alone? What if it's like she's super stalking?
If you block her every single way,
Yeah, you could do that, but then like there's the in-person stalking.
if you just ignore her, don't even talk to her, I don't think it will carry on. Like, if you just ignore this person, treat that person like air,
What if they follow you to work?
just let them follow. Like, if they don't want to have a life,
Oh,
okay.
man, come on, bro.
I'm not
come
gonna,
on now.
like-
Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on,
No,
son. They
it's-
follow you to work. They follow you to work. They're at your house banging on the door.
No, they follow you to work, you call the security, this weirdo's following me, can you please kick that person out of the office space? If they follow you to your house, you lock the door so that they don't come in. If they keep on banging on the door,
Now they're following you to the store.
I mean, as long
I
as
mean, yeah, I mean, obviously the obvious trick would be the restraining order, but I mean, I don't know. I guess like that's why I think when it comes to dudes, I think that's why they might stick around because the girl kind of is like won't. They won't.
No,
do it. And I think it happens on both sides a little bit too.
I still think like the guys want. I feel like if you're a guy and the girl's so toxic and you're still letting her just lingering around,
Yeah.
to a degree, it's like you feel good about yourself because the girl's so obsessed with you. Because it's like, yeah, she's weird and all that, but to have a person that obsessed with you, it makes you feel like,
Okay.
I must be good.
Okay.
You know?
And then maybe on the other side, you're like, yeah, man, I might not get no bus for a little while.
Right.
So I want that too.
So that's why it's like, you know she's toxic, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you're kind of like vain because you want that
Yeah.
attention.
Okay.
So that's why you're kind of like, kind of just keeping her on the hook to a little bit so she can keep on doing the crazy things
Okay.
that she's doing, which makes you a toxic person too. So it's like,
But what about the ones that like they might hit you? They start getting physical. They throw something that they done damaged some property.
no, if you really want to get rid of this person,
Yeah.
you wouldn't care if you're breaking any kind of relationship with
Yeah.
her. Call the police, record her,
Right.
get a restraining order.
Mhm.
You're not doing all that. You're just complaining to your friends, but you're not doing anything
Mm-hmm.
to actually deal with it because you still want that attention. That's the only reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a little bit of everybody's just dumb that does it, basically.
It's just that's why I said toxicity is addictive. It's like you know it's bad for you, but you kind of
So
want
what's
that
the
drama.
girl? So what's the girl's reasoning? The guy cheated on her, but she still comes back. What is that?
Yeah, because the girl feel like, oh, it's kind of like combative.
Okay,
It's
competitive.
like, yeah, it's like, what's so good about that girl that make you pick her over me? You know,
Wow,
it's
that's
kind
really
of like
stupid.
that.
Huh.
I think some people will be like that.
I
and
guess Myron Gaines was right about something.
yeah, but cheating is different. It's like once you cheat on me, I kind of wish you the worst. So it's in a way, it's like I was sick with you, but we can't be back to how we were before. So it's like I will probably pray the worst for you, and then I'll look at you, and then I'll just be like, I don't know. I
That's
don't-
stupid too. So
like,
that
I don't
means,
think
so
people
you go,
should
so
stay
you
with-
make yourself feel bad because you want him to feel
okay,
bad.
honestly, I personally speaking, I just don't feel like you should stay with a person that cheated on you because, like, personally speaking, if I stay with a person that cheated on me, well, which I did in the past, is because I feel like that person's gonna change. But that just never happens. Like, once that person cheated on and you forgave him, I just feel like that person know where your boundaries are. It would be like, oh, you forgave me once, you probably forgive me again. So it's like, it's a deal breaker. So
So it's a
yeah.
fool's errand on the girl's part.
yeah, and also it's like you think you can forgive him and things will go back to, and also I feel another thing is like you kind of like hope things will go back to normal.
You already said that. You said that you were hoping to get right.
Not get right, but like
Yeah, that's the same thing. Hoping that things will get back to normal. That's getting right.
to get back to how
So essentially, it is a fool's errand. It's a fool's errand on the woman's part, and then on the other part, it's like a vain kind of guy. And then maybe also sometimes it's a fool's errand on that guy's part too, because he thinks that at some point she'll come to her senses and stop doing all the crazy stuff. So I think it's just kind of fool's errands on both sides, with a little vainness on the man's side, and then maybe a little bit of vainness on the woman's side, because you said they get competitive. Let's get it.
Lover. I know. I'm the lover.
Let me ask you guys a question. How would you rate you guys on a scale of 1 to 10?
For what? What we rating on? Relationship wise?
No, like if a guy is just looking at you and saying, would rate you on a scale of 1 to 10, like what would you rate yourself? Scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I'm a 10.
Me too. Definitely a 10. If you can't see that I'm a 10, then yeah, I shouldn't.
So wait, are you telling me there's no room for improvement?
It's always room
It's
for
always,
improvement.
yeah.
That's not gonna take away from me being a 10 either.
Think about yourself.
She said it's always room for improvement, but ain't gonna take away from me being
I like them. I like them though. It's like even though they're saying it, they're not
Yeah.
saying it in an annoying way.
Yeah.
They're saying it in a way where it's just
It's like it's kind of like playful a little
Yeah.
bit,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I also think to a degree that they do think they're changed.
Oh really?
Yeah. Let's get it.
Would it be?
Forgiveness. I have a hard time forgiving.
How many windows have you broken in your life? How many cars? Let's get in there. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Never broke a window, but I did steal my baby daddy car.
She big toxic.
I parked it at my auntie house, and it was missing for a week. He didn't know where his car was at. I told him to call the police and find him. He called the police, but he hung up. He was scared he might go to jail. So I knew all of his fears. So I just knew his fears. I made some, turned off the water downstairs so he couldn't wash his eyes. But that's the old me. The new me, I'm not like.
So you were toxic, very
Wait,
toxic.
are they mom and daughter?
No.
Oh, she looks like her mom's age.
Yeah, that's because she big. When you're big, you lose a little bit of points on looks and on age.
So they're
You
same
age a little
age?
more. They're probably about the same age. Yeah, they talk to each other like friends. I don't know, but then again, it might be a.
Because when she said baby mom, baby daddy, I was like, are you talking about her dad? Like
No.
that? Oh, okay.
Come on, man. No.
like that anymore. And it was fun as hell. So ladies, if y'all man cheating on y'all, beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Do you hit men?
Beat their ass.
Do they hit you back?
Never got hit back ever in life.
Do you think it's not right that? Well, let me try to phrase it like this. I think like the idea that you could so like if I'm if I'm like fighting with a dude, we kind of expect, even if it's like a verbal altercation, we kind of expect that it can rise to the occasion of it being physical. Oftentimes, men, when they deal with women expect, I can hit you, but you can't hit me back, because we kind of all grew up thinking that men can't hit women. So I guess, why is there different standards for men versus women when it comes to altercations like that?
Because, well, it depends on a woman. Because, like, I'm going to probably, hit on you, but it ain't going to be like death hit. A man will knock you out. Like, really knock you out.
Does that make a difference if I hit on you, but it wasn't a death hit?
No.
I still hit you.
If I know you have the capability of hitting me when you're mad, it doesn't matter if you hit me like, or like.
No, if you hit me like that, that's nothing. But I mean, like, yeah, you're hitting with malicious intent, period.
Like, if you're trying to hit me because you're mad and you're just out of control, like,
Yeah.
emotionally, then it's like, no, that's a red flag.
Right.
Yeah. And I do think if a woman hit you when you guys are fighting, you should be able to, like, constrain her and even...
Restrain.
Restrain.
Yeah.
Oh, restrain. If you hurt her during, the
restraint
action,
process, yeah.
then it's on her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree with
She
that.
asked for it.
At what point do you think a man can rear back and cold cock?
Huh?
At what point do you think a man can be like, "Hurrah!"
Oh, if she's holding a gun on you.
So if
If you feel like your life is being threatened,
Yeah.
she has a knife, you feel like your life is being threatened, take all measures to knock her out.
Okay, so your life is in danger, that's when you go full retard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not full retard, did you say retard?
Yeah.
No, it's self-defense.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just using full retard. Yeah. 'Cause I just think it just sounds funny. I like the way it rolls off the tongue. Let's get it.
Like, I'm going to do some stuff, but I ain't going to go. Like, I know how far to go with a man. You don't know the man that you damn. You know his things that you can push his button to make him go crazy.
Yeah, and I'm
Like,
not
my
gonna
baby daddy, I knew he wasn't going to go crazy on me because he loved me. So I just know I had a little leeway to be able to do things. But if he was like a new person, I wouldn't do that.
But knowing that they can
So she's taking advantage of like a guy that actually loves and cares for her.
She's trash.
knock you unconscious, isn't that the reason not to hit men?
Not if it's my baby daddy.
No. No. I mean, maybe.
So then
should
should men be allowed to hit women then?
No, absolutely not.
So you just want free reign to smack on men while we can't hit you back?
See, but the reason.
This
Why am I
behind
hitting?
it ain't like you doing it for free.
Like,
They
why
did
am I
something.
doing that? You know?
Like why can't you keep your hands to yourself?
No, like why did you have to cheat for me to put my hands on you?
Because you
You ain't have
shouldn't
to
be
do it.
cheating.
So by their logic, if they go and cheat, that means when they get home, the man can just welcome them with a quick overhand right.
Yeah, and then they're gonna say we ain't no cheaters because we're single from Friday to Sunday.
Okay. Yeah.
We're exercising our single ladies' right.
Okay. Okay.
So if you wasn't cheating, I would have to put
And
my
then most of
hands
the time, it ain't like women just coming in, beating somebody ass or beating up on you. Women are precious. We lovers for real. But it be a man at the lie 500 times, then, your blood get to rising. And you don't even know you about to knock,
And these things,
it just jump.
boop. And it just be like, damn.
That was strong form right there. I like that. I like
That was
that.
strong
Saying
form.
it. Like this?
Really?
Like this? Is that?
That was 12 out of 10 form.
Really?
That was better than yours.
I thought that looked pretty cute.
It wasn't good. I was just playing. You don't understand the difference in fucking sarcasm? Alright, y'all, but I think that's the end of the video, man. We've gotten enough of these people. You want more of this?
Entertaining.
Let's keep going. We'll do a little more.
Is that how you supposed to? From back here? So why do you guys think that that women are kind of allowed more leadway with toxic behavior or being able to be physical or emotionally more abusive towards men than men are allowed back?
Men are toxic too.
Can I ask a question? Okay, are you more likely to see physical abuse from men to women or verbal abuse from women to men?
Verbal.
Verbal abuse from women
And
to
I'm not
men.
discounting the physical abuse, but why is verbal abuse so rarely talked about?
I don't know. Because I think they so used to it,
it's
right?
an abuse too. Like even though they ain't putting their hands on you, they saying hurtful things that hurt your feelings, or like saying stuff that make you mad. Like that's still abuse to me.
Yeah, that's the reason we be wanting to fight them because the shit that they say. Like,
So what do you think is worse, physical or emotional abuse?
emotional. Well, hold on.
So you guys hurt us more, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's both. I'm gonna say both because it depends on who the person is. Like how physical.
So basically, to her, if you're a man that hits, you have to be Mike Tyson levels for it to be worse than the emotional abuse. What do you think? Which one do you think is worse, emotional or physical abuse? They're obviously not both bad. We know that.
Yeah.
But which is worse?
I would say emotional abuse is worse because when people are doing, when someone's abusing another person emotionally, they normally get away with it.
Yeah.
So it's like the issues normally not being addressed, and then it just keep on recurring.
Okay.
But physical abuse is like once it happens, like boom, red flag everywhere, and then you know it's just like you deal with it. So I think emotional abuse definitely has like worse and like lingering effect on the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. These girls are they're backing their own self into a corner. Let's get it.
It's a core.
I like your confidence though.
Because if I hit you, that's gonna hurt you. And if I say you a bitch or your mama a bitch, that's gonna hurt you too. So you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think I think the physical abuse, you can kind of see it. The emotional abuse can go undiagnosed, and I think the undiagnosed and emotional abuse actually leads to a lot of people control alt deleting off the face of this earth, and it's unfortunate. But you guys say that kind of women do that more to men than men have physical abuse towards women more. So I guess why don't we talk more about the emotional abuse?
I'm not gonna lie. When I get mad, I say crazy shit and I say hurtful shit. So, cause I know that's gonna hurt you and it's gonna hurt your feelings. But that's just because I was hurt. So.
See, that's the thing. I think when people are fighting, right? What's the end goal? Like, if your end goal is just to hurt the other person so the other person can feel your pain, well, this is this is like toxic to the max. Like, you shouldn't be with this person.
Right.
Because I feel like the end goal of fighting should be like you're trying to fix something. You're trying to make things work.
Yeah.
Right?
Trying to resolve the conflict.
Yeah. So like if she's like, oh, you hurt me, now I'm gonna hurt you emotionally, then
that's what both of them said.
Then if you punch a guy physically, then the guy should be able to punch you back because you hurt him physically. He should be able to hurt you physically back, right?
Yes. Yeah. All right, I'm done with this. I'm done with these photos, man. Both groups of women were not putting up very many numbers.
She looks pretty cute though.
Who?
The braid
The
guy.
ratchet?
Yeah. I like the way she talked because she's like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very toxic.
Okay, Aquafina. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, don't do that. Don't be Aquafina. But yeah, man, what did y'all think about the questions that they were asking, man? What did y'all think about our points? What did y'all think about the ladies' points? What did y'all think about the MTR and Kevin's points, man? Let us know down in the comments below. If you watched them to this point, thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but I guess next time. Yeah.